We're live. It is Wednesday. I'm Rich Lieberman. This is the Rich Lieberman Bay Area Media Pulse. I want to talk about something. One of the benefits, one of the privileges that I appreciate is that I'm able to say without any kind of beholdens to outside interests what is on my mind, what is my opinion, how passionate I feel about certain things, certain people, etc. And for years, I've made no bones about the fact that I detest this guy. I don't know him personally, never met him, have only watched him on, and I don't watch much anymore, on the morning travesty on Circle 7 KGO. That's the Disney Mouse Mafia station here locally. Reggie Aqui is a complete and utter disgrace, a despicable, unheralded piece of crap. And why do I say that? First off, he is a mockery. He's become a buffoon, a caricature quite supreme of himself. They use him over there. He is somehow, some way, it's Disney, which owns ABC, which owns these stations like Channel 7 in San Francisco. They use him as one of their DEI, what have you. And it happens to be Gay Pride Month. No issues with that. I'm a liberal guy. Sometimes I'm conservative. Sometimes I'm in the middle, which is most of the time. Why do I bring that up? Because, again, the world in which we live in now is fortified, is buttressed by this PC crap that has engulfed us all. Reggie Aqui is a complete and utter disgrace. That show in the morning is a disgrace. Disney, I guess, has been trying for years now to score points within certain gender classifications, race, everything. Talent has nothing to do with it. Apparently, the Mouse Mafia didn't get that memo. So what they do now, for the most part, is put on people who help them benefit within each race, religion, perhaps, gender, that kind of a thing. It has nothing to do with talent. All it's become now is how can we check certain boxes? And Reggie Aqui is a clown, an ass hat clown who uses whatever little power that he has to do stuff, very little worthy of news, on KGO television in the mornings. And they wonder why the ratings have tanked. They wonder why nobody watches that show. They wonder why people who do watch it trivialize it, understand the fact that it's an utter disgrace to have on a show like that. Clowns would be more credible. Real clowns would be more credible. The ringleader at Circle 7 is Reggie Aqui, who continues a daily disgrace of what he professes to be professionalism. And we all cackle, the 2 or 4 people that watch that morning crap, that dreck of all drecks. I abhor people who take advantage of whatever classification they want to be known as. And that's all it is, folks. Again, it has nothing to do with talent. It has nothing to do with news acumen or chops. Remember when those things mattered? When there wasn't this PC run amok that has filtered and completely hijacked our population and put us in precarious situations, some of which has nothing to do with us, some of which, most of which, has now deemed that crapola over talent. Therefore, we're stuck with crapola and human feces like Reggie Aqui, an utter complete disgrace. Why do they keep him on? Because they have no direction. Why do they keep him on? Because they feel as if the ends justify the means. And whatever bonus points, brownie points that they get, Disney and their TV stations, by putting these fakakta morons on the air, as I mentioned, they figure that the means doesn't matter. If they could score points with certain groups who couldn't give a shit or a rat's ass about whether or not one is talented, about whether or not one has some degree of news acumen, they don't care. It's all a matter of catering to, in this case, the lowest common denominator, even if it represents checking all the boxes, whether it's race, sexual gender, religion, creed, what have you. It has become a colossal circus, with apologies to the circus, because at least a circus has some ethics, has some standards. At Channel 7, and they're not alone, but I'm only speaking of the market here. 7, which used to be another one of the legacy stations, a station that had enriched people and talented people, dedicated journalists, people who had a sense, even the mediocre ones, of what they were talking about. And now being led by the idiots and the morons like Reggie Aqui, who nobody watches. The few people that do, I guess, that get some degree of high notes with Disney, otherwise known as the Mouse Mafia, who don't give a damn about certain things, basics, and who value stupidity and absolute patronizing over common sense and common news chops. That's what it's all become. I'm going to call these clowns out as much as I can. I know all of you are smart enough to know what they're doing, what they're trying to do. That's what they've become. And boy, oh boy, is it disgusting. And oh, yes, always will be a total, absolute 100% abomination. And you can quote me. I'm Rich Lieberman.